Should there be a rematch?
I think that what happened that night, we got an answer. We got an answer about UFC and boxing. I mean, they're both great sports, and I don't think there should be a rematch. I think that we know what's pretty much going to happen if they fight again, and it can only be worse for McGregor because now Floyd knows what to exploit more now. So I think that McGregor did a great job. He did what he's supposed to do in there. He tried to fight the best way he could, but to try to go in there and box is a totally different sport.
Skip, to be a world champion, a prize fighter, that's not something, say, you know what, I think I'm going to start boxing at the age of 28, and my goal is to win a championship. Skip, you can't get the knowledge that you would need to know, because that's what I told you. Because when Floyd tucked his chin and put his guard up and started walking forward, Conor didn't know anything but just throwing all those wild punches, hitting him on the arm, and he walked him down. See, if he understood, if he had been if he knew boxing, he would know. Not only, hey, I'm pushing, pap, pap, step out the way. I'm gonna step to the side, pap, pap. But he couldn't do that. You know why? Because he only been boxing for 6 months. And those are things that's acquired over time. If he wants to, look, Floyd is 40. If he wants to prove that he can really box, go get Canelo or Triple G. Go get Errol Spencer. Guys that are active. Don't try to get a 41-year-old guy that's going to be retired again. If you think you can really box, go get one of those guys that are professional boxers, that are active. See, you're trying to see what y'all want to do is put a blemish on Floyd's record. But Floyd ain't going to let you do that. He
he's too smart to
do that. He done got that Shreve
because he knows what would happen in the rematch. He would get his little butt kicked.
Nah,
you know it, and I know it. And you're trying to protect your man Floyd from a rematch because you know, as he goes on age 41, it's only going to get worse for Floyd and better for Conor.
Reflexes.
And by the way, what if Conor McGregor actually got in, dare I say, 12-round boxing endurance shape? It's possible. He could do that with more sparring sessions. What if he figured out, because he had no boxing instruction whatsoever, he refused to have any boxing trainer in his training camp?
And
what if this time he prepared for the baby bull onslaught of Floyd just scrapping his whole game plan and just charging him and actually hitting Conor in the chest with his head? Conor said, I'd never seen anything like that before. What if he prepares for that? Because Conor, I kept telling you, what he does best is counter punch. But that took him off guard. That took him off balance. What if they might get, I don't know, dare I say, an MMA referee in there? How about that? How about that?
He can't ref for boxing because that's not his expertise.
Even though MMA has a whole lot of boxing, it's got 75% boxing.
The rules, you know the rules are different, Skip.
Oh, okay. And what if you got some better judges in? Because that was the most corrupt, just outrageous judging I've ever seen.
They have the same judge in UFC and boxing.
No, they don't. No,
pretty much.
But I mean, these guys
State Commission.
These were boxing judges, though.
Yeah, but they actually do the.
Okay, but the two of them were only Floyd judges. They were from Nevada.
Stop, Skip. There was no such thing as no Floyd judges.
And this was the most outrageous. The Showtime judge, the guy who was judging for Showtime, had the fight, had Conor winning the fight by a point going into the 10th round.
No way.
When it all fell apart.
So only you and Conor. So only you and one other guy.
Well, one other guy is a historian. You know, like
so what is Dan Rayfield? So where is Dan Rayfield?
I don't care. He didn't want to see this to start with. I assume he's like everybody else in the boxing media that said this was going to be a joke and a farce. Was it a joke and a farce?
No,
were you not entertained?
Skip.
Yes, you said you were highly entertained. You don't think the public would watch this? You don't think the public would buy this? I'm not sure Floyd would buy it because Floyd knows what would happen. Conor said right after in his dressing room, he said, I will win the rematch if there is one. Again,
Conor wants another $100 million.
Well,
exactly.
I would definitely want to fight again, too.
Yeah, I would, too. Would you watch it? Would you watch it? Yes, you'd watch it.
Of course we're going to watch it again.
Sure, you'd watch it again.
The reason why people said it was a farce, they could not understand. There are so many guys that's down the pipeline that's had amateur fights, that's fought Golden Gloves, fought Olympics, that's worked their way up, that deserved a shot.
Yes.
They could not understand how a guy from another profession, another combat sport, would automatically jump in and he got more in one round, in one fight, than they'll make in their entire career.
Because Conor McGregor is a global draw.
But I'm saying, no, but you have to understand, they don't care, Joy, about the global draw. They're prize fighters. And they said, if I weren't put my time in,
Okay,
That's part of the fight game.
What would be the bigger draw? A rematch between these two or Triple G and Canelo? Because that's a great boxing matchup.